right. Let's get 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 right. Ha. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Dealatofficial, and this is No Filters. Always appreciate you hitting that like button for me, subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode, and sharing this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, get comfortable. Get you something to eat, get you something to drink, get you something to smoke if that's what you do. Cause you see the title, fam. Yeah, buddy. Let's get into this here.
To the war in Iran, tonight NBC News is reporting President Trump is seriously considering sending a small group of ground troops into the country for what he calls strategic purposes. The president is also insisting that American strikes will only end if Iran surrenders unconditionally. Iran and Israel traded blows again today, each firing missiles at the other. Meantime, U.S. government sources say Russia is giving Iran information about the location of U.S. forces across the Middle East. President Trump downplayed the threat during a college sports roundtable at the White House just hours ago.
Within in the building.
That's an easy problem compared to what we're doing here. I mean, what a stupid question that is to be asking.
Tonight, the State Department announced it approved a $150 million arms sale to Israel. President Trump says tomorrow he will attend the dignified transfer for the 6 U.S. service members killed in Kuwait.
More American troops, we're learning tonight, are heading to the Middle East to join the war with Iran. More than 1,000 from the 82nd Airborne Division. Two sources familiar with the matter tell NBC News they will soon deploy to the Gulf. This as President Trump just tonight appeared to be already declaring victory.
This war has been won.
At the exact time he was speaking, we filmed this. An Iranian cluster bomb exploding over Tel Aviv.
We're actually talking to the right people, and they want to make a deal so badly.
Now, the war is intensifying. Israel today announced new massive strikes on what it described as Iran's main production site for explosive material. U.S. airstrikes aren't slowing down either, hitting around 500 targets a day. And Iran is still firing on Israel around the clock. Some missiles getting past air defenses. This one destroying a residential building in Tel Aviv.
Behind me in the scene, we have a scene of a missile attack. The missile hits the asphalt, making a large crater.
But back-channel diplomacy does appear to be taking shape. Pakistan today offered to mediate between the U.S. and Iran. Two sources telling NBC News in-person negotiations could happen in the coming days. But not everyone wants a quick exit. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says Israel will keep attacking Iran and Lebanon until Israel's aims are achieved. And Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler, Prince Mohammed bin Salman, has told President Trump that Riyadh is concerned about leaving Iran angry and capable of continuing to strike its neighbors in the region, according to a senior Saudi official.
With no easy way out of this war, Richard Engel joins us now live from Tel Aviv. Richard, we're also seeing the injury count to U.S. service members climb.
We are, Tom. So far, 13 American service members have been killed in this war, and according to a U.S. official, around 290 have been injured. Most of them were able to return to duty. Tom.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or watch live on our YouTube channel.
We want to bring in retired Colonel Steve Warren. He is an NBC News military analyst, also a former Pentagon spokesman. Colonel Warren, nice to see you. Appreciate you waking up early with us. I want to get a sense where we are now, a week into this war. U.S. Central Command yesterday saying there had been at least 3,000 targets that have been struck inside Iran. The bombardment continues again today. The president said this could go 4 to 5 weeks. We're now a full week into it. Where do we stand in terms of his effort to achieve what he wants.
And the Israelis have said they've struck an additional 2,000 targets, so up to more than 5,000 targets struck already. Right now, it's a test of wills, isn't it? You know, the American and Israeli forces are using power to try to grind down the Iranians. Meanwhile, the Iranians are using various techniques to try to upset the economy, to try and create confusion, to try and create tension amongst allies. We'll see who wins.
Colonel, privately, the president is talking about a small contingent of ground troops. But is that realistic when you think about the goals that he has set out here?
There could be a tactical advantage. So there are certain spots, perhaps an island, perhaps a specific location that has some tactical or operational significance, where I can imagine we would place a force to hold a piece of ground. We're not talking about an invasion. This is not Iraq in 2004 with tanks and artillery and putting down statues in the streets of Baghdad. I don't believe that will happen. But a tactical operation to seize a piece of terrain, that's perfectly reasonable.
Colonel, we appreciate you making time to talk to us. Thanks for your perspective and expertise.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.
Tonight, the potential boots on the ground. For 21 days, the U.S. has been hitting the Iranian regime with airstrikes.
We can have dialogue, but I don't want to do a ceasefire. You know, you don't do a ceasefire when you're literally obliterating the other side.
Now, in an effort to quickly end the war, NBC News learning President Trump is weighing whether to send hundreds or even thousands of ground troops into Iran, according to 5 people familiar with the discussions. Several options are under consideration, those sources tell us. One, aimed at opening the Strait of Hormuz, includes deploying troops to several small islands in the Persian Gulf to stop Iranian attack boats from targeting oil tankers. Another option, take the oil facilities on Karg Island, depriving the Iranian regime of revenue. And potentially the most dangerous option, sending troops to secure and retrieve Iran's highly enriched uranium. President Trump overnight saying he would not send ground troops.
No, I'm not putting troops anywhere.
Tonight, he was pressed again.
That if I told you the answer to that question, my military people would be very happy. But we have a lot of troops. We have unlimited ammunition. We have the greatest equipment in the world. And we are decimating. And it's about time. And frankly, it should have been done long before me.
And just moments ago, the president posting, "We're getting very close to meeting our objectives as we consider winding down our great military efforts in the Middle East."
And Courtney joins us now live. Courtney, how many troops could be involved here?
Potentially hundreds or even thousands, depending on the option selected, though no decisions have been made. Now, none of the options involve large-scale deployments like Iraq or Afghanistan. The White House telling us tonight President Trump has no plans to send troops anywhere. Tom?
Courtney Cubey with that new reporting tonight. We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
Okay, you're watching live now. I'm Austin Westfall. Reuters' Phil Stewart with this, saying the Trump administration is considering deploying thousands of additional troops to the Middle East as the military prepares options for the possible next phase of the Iran war. One option, Reuters says, for securing the Strait of Hormuz includes deploying troops to Iranian shores. This is something that we're going to have to track as the days go on here. Retired Marine Intelligence Officer, National Security Analyst, and the host of the Strat podcast, Hal Kempfer, here to discuss what might the U.S. be pursuing with these discussions, Hal?
Well, I'm kind of looking at this. I don't want to jump to conclusions. Okay, everybody's saying, "Oh my gosh, it's going to be a replay of OIF or Desert Storm. We're going to have troops doing this stuff." What it might be is we're looking at what comes after. If there is a regime change, how do we secure certain areas, certain facilities? There's a lot of things that have to happen. We have to go in there and we'd have to look at any site that had nuclear weapons. Obviously, we'd want to reduce any site that had ballistic missiles, drones, anything along that line. And there really can't replace the fact that at that point, we'd want to have boots on the ground, so to speak. We'd want folks that are literally going down to those tunnels, those underground facilities, seeing what they had and really dealing with it, whether it's be destroying it or confiscating it or whatever it is. And so that's very possible. Now, as far as shores go, that's a big issue, and that's kind of implying the Strait of Hormuz. And looking at, what if, and if there's regime change, we may want to put troops ashore over in, someplace like, I would say, like Bandar Abbas or something like that. We may consider that. But I wouldn't say to, go storming ashore and take it by force, but obviously to be an occupation force there requires certain measure of security and deal with other latent anti-ship capabilities that rogue elements may have hidden up in the hills and along the shoreline. So that might be something that they're thinking of later on. That's a distinct possibility. And then again, it also could be we're just looking at rotating some folks out that have been over there for a long time too. Sometimes it seems to get kind of long. It's like, oh my gosh, you're going to deploy all these troops. Then you find out, well, there happens to be a couple of units that have been over there for 6 months or 8 months. It's time for them to rotate back home. So rather than being a huge plus up, it's actually more of a routine rotation of troops.
Another story breaking in the last couple hours here. The Washington Post says that the Pentagon now is asking the White House to approve a more than $200 billion request to Congress to fund the war in Iran. The first 6 days of the war, I was looking, the first 6 days of the war cost $11 billion, Hal. So 6 days of war cost $11 billion. What does a $200 billion request tell us?
Well, obviously that tells you we're going to be there for a while. Part of it too is it's $200 billion earmarked for the war in Iran. But as you know, we've used a lot of high value, high cost, I would say low density weapons like air defense missiles, Patriot missiles, things like that. These cost a lot of money. We've also used a lot of other air assets. We've been putting a lot of drones into that area. We've been doing a lot of different things. So what I'm thinking is that when they're talking about that, they're talking about $200 billion earmarked for the war on Iran or the war in Iran, but also to replenish our war reserves and plus up our war reserves should something else happen somewhere else. And that somewhere else I'm looking at is China right now, where there's a lot of activity. Just kicked up big time Sunday. There has been a lull in provocative air activity by the People's Republic of China around Taiwan. And now Sunday we started to see this big surge of activity. We're not quite sure why there was a lull. We're not quite sure why they surged again. But we do know that China is certainly looking very closely at what's happening in the Persian Gulf. They for years and years and years, they've been talking about they want to repatriate Taiwan, which includes militarily repatriating Taiwan to the PRC. And repatriation is another way of saying invasion. And that's and it might push up their timeline if they think that the U.S. is unable to respond to whatever they do in the Pacific.
So how we've been talking about the Strait of Hormuz so often, and we've been talking about oil prices just about every step of this war today. We heard that the South Pars gas field was struck. It's the largest gas field in the world, and it was struck earlier today. The Qataris are saying that it was the Israelis that struck this oil field. The AP says the United States knew Israel wanted to hit the gas field, but did not take part in it. Why would the U.S.
Hold on. I know you see what's going on, don't you? I know you see what's going on, don't you? Shout out Kat, just seeing what the level was. She said, all right, the projection intact. Yeah, that's what that is, fam. This is a little different this evening. Got to bring folk up to date on what the level is. Because, we were looking at that little baby screen. That wasn't helping nobody get nowhere. You feel? I know it was hard. People getting blind trying to look at that little baby screen back here trying to see G's. I'm trying to help out, can't even do nothing. Hold up, shout out to the panel. How we doing this evening, my G's? How are you, love within? What's up, big dog Chris? What your shirt say, fam? Cause it look heavy. They not like us. Where that come from? Cause that hit different. You see that? I say what that was. It just hit me from the angle. I'm like, we got to know what that is. She got a movement moving or something, but they not like us. You see that, fam? I wish y'all could see it too. You become a member, you can see what she got going. Boy, help your life out. Shout out to her Love Within. She suggested that a real G get into the projector situation, fam. Got to give credit where credit due, respectfully. Truly appreciate you so much, thankfully, because it's... So it's a real thing. What'd you say? Is it coming together? It look like track, cause y'all can see it in the live better, but like the zoom keeps zooming in my face, so it's weird. Cause I'm trying to get it to just stay here, but I know y'all will be able to look like if you see how I look in the live. Do it look clear? It look like light enough? You can see it real good. Okay, thank you so much. You already know what it is, man. You in here with your boy Dealatofficial, and this is No Filters. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. You're coming into some new, fam. We in projection mode tonight. I needed everybody to know that I hear your eyes, I hear your ears. You really can't see, you're getting blinded, trying to look at that little screen. But I told you, you're going to do that walk with me because I'm in nothing but renovation. You understand? So that's what's going on right now. Shout out to Queen Shay in the building. Shout out Cat in the building. Shout out Love Within in the building. Chris in the building. Shout out fam and them coming in real loud and clear. I see you, fam. Shout out to who is this? Marcus Dawkins. I see you. Tim coming in with the dump trunk. I feel you, fam. Shout out to Jared Johnson coming in on the 28th of March. America rise up. That's real, fam. Shout out to that. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. You learning tonight that they want to deploy 1,000 troops. Let me say that again, because I feel like somebody gonna get a little scared in a minute. They want to deploy 1,000 troops from the age of 34 to 42. And then they want to start under that age at 28. They also want to waive the age requirement if you have a possession charge. They want to waive your possession charge for you to be in the army, fam, right now. Oh, you better listen to me than listen to me. Clear. You know I'm going to get the receipts. You know I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to find out for you, find out. They want to deploy me and Chris to go shoot up some shit for Trump and then leave us hanging, and he's still over there eating good with his family in Mar-a-Lago. You heard what I just said, fam? They want to leave us hanging, the Love Within. See how they do black brothers? See how they do brothers? You know what I'm saying? They want, you know what I'm saying? They see how they do white brothers, Hispanic brothers, yeah. So they want to get rid of us slowly but surely, but we're not going to do it. Why? Because we together, all together. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Please become a member today. We're here to save your life. You can definitely join to definitely become a sponsor. Ain't nothing holding you back but your own finger. Double tap that screen right now. Hit that like button. We in projection mode. Cookie!
Want to be hands off with striking something like that?
Well, it's escalating the war to a new dimension. Obviously, if you're hitting the gas fields, you're hitting the oil facilities, now you're kind of punishing Iran as a nation, because even if there's regime change, the new regime is going to have to figure out ways to pay for things, and they want to sell gas and oil. And so when you take that out, there's a feeling that's a little bit punitive on Iran as a nation, holding the entire population, the nation of Iran, responsible for what the regime's done. Of course, one could simply argue, well, they are kind of responsible. It's their government, just like we're responsible for what our government does. But with that said, we have been taking a little bit more, it may sound strange, a little more nuanced view that we were looking at this militarily to do things that would basically destroy the pillars that support the current regime and open the door for another regime, maybe a popular overthrow and a popular revolt, putting another type of government into place. So that's why we would be a little reluctant to do that. The other thing too is that Pars field, this gets into the history of the region. You know, I mean, the oil fields, the gas fields formed. This was, you know, a long time ago. There was no Persian Gulf there, and that particular geological formation runs from Iran under the Persian Gulf into Qatar. And you see the Qatars has also been attacked by Iran correspondingly taking out some of its liquefied natural gas production, at least that's what it appears, with their natural gas field. And for Qatar, natural gas, liquefied natural gas is a huge, huge revenue source. That's I believe it's the biggest source of revenue for the country. So they got hit, and the fear is you're going to end up with, it's bad enough that the Iranians are attacking some of the oil and gas facilities in the UAE, Qatar, and of course targeting in Saudi Arabia like they just recently did today. But what you don't want to see is this turn into a back and forth thing where they're hitting each other's gas and oil fields, because at the end of the day, that's going to damage the global economy.
Yeah, so Macron saying this, the French president, saying, I've just spoken with the Emir of Qatar and President Trump following the strikes that hit gas production facilities in Iran and Qatar today. It is in our common interest to implement without delay a moratorium on strikes targeting civilian infrastructure, particularly energy and water supply facilities, civilian populations and their essential needs, as well as the security of energy supplies, must be protected from military escalation. Hal, energy and water supply facilities are supposed to be off limits in war, aren't they?
Well, generally speaking, yes. There is a saying, in the law of war that a target is a target is a target. And as lawyers would say, it depends on what they're using it for. And it depends on whether you need to take it out for military purposes, if it has some other thing. If it's just to target civilians and to harm the civilians, to hold the civilians, responsible, if you will, using them as kind of a shield, the regime's using them as a shield, or that they're aiming for civilians in order to do stuff. This is the sort of stuff that Russia does against the Ukrainians. Yeah, they're not supposed to do that. And I would say particularly energy is absolutely important, but there's a very energy intensive sector in the Persian Gulf states, and that's called water purification. There's no great river systems and freshwater sources that feed fresh water to these capitals like Doha and Dubai and the others. They have these massive desalination capabilities. For the most part, these are using ROPU, reverse osmosis processing units, very large scale, on a scale that you just normally don't see. And if they are taken out, that could cause massive water deprivation in these very large urban centers, which are international crossroads and everything else. So if the energy is taken out, or the water is taken out, or both are taken out, that could take a very, very long time to get that stuff repaired, and you actually would end up with quite the humanitarian crisis if they can't get fresh water into these cities. So that's why you see those.
Which I think it is like.
That's why Macron talked about what was going on there, was because of the big effects that going after water purification and water facilities, water purification, and energy could have in those particular cities.
You and I were talking about Israel's decapitation campaign yesterday after the IDF killed 2 more top Iranian leaders. Well, today we learned of another. Iranian state television confirming that Israel killed Iranian intelligence minister.
It's ready to take out a pupil or two, because I said, Lord, I can't even breathe. I like, can you see me? But I'm like, hey, nobody tripping on me. We looking at the content. It just buzzed me all in there. Boy, I bleed. Hold up. I'm about to cry about nothing. Give me a minute. Is it clear on there, though? Yes. Is it easy? Fam, you better tell them about it, fam. You better tell them. Tell them I love within. Cat, shout out to you, Cat. I appreciate you so much. That's how we coming. I'm crying because I turned the light on and it just took my eye straight out my face and then it got back. I bleed. Forgive me. We back. All right. So yeah, Chris. So yeah, shout out. You definitely want that projection. It's gonna feel different. It's gonna feel different. Shout out to a love within. That helped that level, because she talking about big projections everywhere. I ain't never buying TVs again. Nigga, I'm just taking over spaces. I'm just taking space. Like, what we doing? I'm gonna be like, you know what? This the TV. We're gonna put the TV right here. Yeah. Oh, projection's way cheaper than that TV player. Let's get right in here tonight. You understand what I'm saying? I just want to make sure y'all can see everything clear because I want to make sure it's all intact, everything's clear. I didn't know because you can lighten, and you can lighten this up, Chris, too. A little within. You already set yours or something because, you know, you can light this up. Oh, yeah, let's get order here right quick. Let's get some more. Oh, this right here? This you talking about right here? What make this be sharpen? Okay, so if I go sharpen like 100, you think that's gonna do it? For real, fam? Everybody press 1 if you feel like you in the movie theater right now. Press 1 if you feel like you in the movies like Chris, my dog. Press 1 if you in the movie. Got me amp over here. Boy, you know who you is, telling the truth. Tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. Press 1 for that. But if you're in the theater, you got your popcorn. You got your popcorn. Nope. Fam got the P. Listen to me. Right now, I'm about to promote fam. My dog Chris works at a company that he's gonna at some point take over. But right now, it's Chris and Cromer's. You hear me? Chris is in South Carolina at a place called Cromer's that he's gonna own at some point, trust me. But it's got popcorn, candy popcorn, every type of popcorn, every candy. What else, fam? Tell it like it is one more time. What it got? What you get a love within? Just tell me what you got. She got chocolate covered pecan. You hear that? Cheddar popcorn, caramel popcorn. I ain't never heard of caramel popcorn. Fire, it got the. She said it was good. It was good. You know when somebody be like, it was good too, nigga. She said with breath. Yes, yes, it is. Yeah. They put that in there, let them know what it was. Okay, so Atlantic Daniel, you coming in here just so you know, fam, you in here with your boy Dilla T, right here with my fam. This is No Filters, you hear me? This is politics for the layman. You understand? Don't be a duck, because if it walk like a, talk like a, we know what it is, and that's a duck. We here to inform, understand, and be aware of all the news to bring light to darkness. You understand? Hit that like button, double tap that screen, subscribe for free. Atlantic Daniel, you might learn something, fam. Yeah, so he said, what's going on? Yeah, that's what's going on. And right now, if your kids in their 30s, they can be deployed. You understand me? Your kids, you can be deployed. 1,000 troops is getting deployed to Iran right now. They're having a discussion. If you got a possession charge, they're going to waive that. So they make sure you go over there and die for nothing. That's what's going on, fam. So forgive me when I'm in mode talking to my members right now that you just kind of threw me off with that what's going on. I had to bring it down a notch. I truly appreciate you following it closely, but I want you to follow us closely because there's a lot to learn here than just this. You understand what I'm saying? Hit that like button, double tap that screen, become a member today. I truly appreciate you. Never forget, you see the cash app, you see the super chat, you see the stickers. It's all love, fam. Even if it's 50 cents, it's going to go a long way. So one voice or one ear can hear what's going on so we can make a change and make a difference today. You heard what I'm saying? Truly appreciate each and every one of y'all in here. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, join, become a member. You can get a link to the Zoom and come in as family. You understand? Understand that. But if you not who you is, my family in here right now, Lil Within and Chris, man, they gonna dissect you. They gonna you heard they about to get active with you right now. You better hear it. They gonna dissect you. And she was finna say, we gon' yeah, I'ma just give you the eyes. Bruh. She said, bruh. You understand? Don't do it. She finna go in, yeah, motherfucker, don't even play. Cause we turning up the word, turn your life upside down. She finna go into all that. Yeah, I'm with it. That's what we doing. Hit that like button, let's go. Oh, you know what I trip on with? Still in sick.
What's the significance
I can't with
of
y'all,
Khatib's
crazy.
death? And what do we know about how strong
Okay.
Iran's intelligence capabilities actually are?
Well, Khatib was,
Thank you so
he'd
much.
been around, he was part of, what they call some call the OG of Iran, or the revolution. He was one of the original
Dude, can you see it?
revolutionaries, if you will. He goes back, 79. He was one of the guys that was very much involved with setting up the theocratic autocracy.
It's blurred.
Very trusted, very well known, had been working at the highest levels for a very long time.
Hold up, I'm blurred.
And what Israel is pursuing is this decapitation
okay.
thing that they use so successfully.
So I'm good. Oh, it's trying to zoom and grab. That's what it's doing. It's trying to grab me. I'm trying to figure out how to shut down that zoom thing. Is it clear in the live?
It has with Hezbollah.
I got the note.
Over
oh, okay. Y'all, hi, fam. I look like a little dude with everything going on.
Just keep taking out leaders and you keep taking leaders.
Shout out to a love within. Yeah.
There's a lot of questions within the ranks of the organization.
Yay.
Which is all of a sudden I'm seeing a bunch of new people.
Huh? What you say? Oh, that won't happen again in life. You understand what I'm saying? Man, say they dancing on the wall to go get like that. Oh, it's like that. I'm with you. Let's go.
They were never in charge before, and those new people in charge are replacing people who were there a very long time. So very difficult to establish yourself quickly in an organization that's not used to having a lot of change like that. And it causes a lot of friction, disruption, difficulties with decision-making, working with other organizations. And so that's what they're doing. And they're going right down the list. They took down, obviously with Basij, they took out their commander, Soleimani. That was a huge one, obviously. And we don't know what the status is of the supreme leader, Mustafa Khomeini. That's a big question. Nobody's seen from him. Nobody's heard from him. Only thing we have is something that was attributed to him that was read on television, which may or may not have been actually authored by him. That's a big question. So, you just kind of keep working your way down the list. Leonard Johnny, who'd been there forever, who was kind of the basically the decision maker, if you will, in light of all the changes that have taken place there. And he's gone. So to take out, the Minister of Intelligence, particularly, Khatib in this way, it just further puts the regime in disarray.
Taking out the leaders themselves is one part of a decapitation campaign, but how important is the psychological piece of it, Hal? Are they trying to make Iran's leadership focused on survival rather than operations?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they want them to go to ground. In fact, if they go to underground and they turn off all the comms and nobody can talk to them, that really helps. That is an old trick, but you get them so fearful of their own survival that eventually they lose command and control because they're doing everything they can just to avoid being detected and targeted. So that's a strategy, and it works very well. You saw what happened. It worked extremely well with Hezbollah over in Lebanon. They were afraid that their cell phones are being monitored by Israel, which is a reasonable suspicion. And so they went to those pagers that they had, and Israel brilliantly infiltrated those exploding pagers across the leadership cadre, the managerial cadre, the leadership cadre of Hezbollah. So when all these pagers blew up, didn't just kill all the people that had, or injure or kill these people, it took them out of action, which took out a huge area. Then they went to these handheld radios, which were also filled with explosives, and so they blew them up. And so it just put the whole structure into disarray because nobody knew how to communicate across the board. They couldn't use cell phones, they couldn't use radios, they couldn't, the hard lines using pagers wasn't working. So they were really in a big mess is what it was. And that's kind of the same thing here as they hit all these leadership targets. That everyone is now looking over their shoulders. They're assuming that there are Israeli spies everywhere. They turn around, they're all watching them at all times. They're afraid of Israel's 8200 unit, which is their signals intelligence unit, which is truly amazing and can do a lot of things. And of course, we're worried about the U.S. and what we know and how we can employ our intelligence community. So it's, it works. I mean, it's one way to do it. It works well.
You know, the IDF says that it's now striking for the first time throughout this war. They're striking in northern Iran. You and I talked about this before we got on the air. What type of targets might they be looking at in the north?
Well, there's a couple areas that they're looking at specifically. One is if you go along the Persian Gulf, and I actually think more of that is central Iran, although you hear people say the northern Persian Gulf area of Iran. Couple things here. Number one, that's where the oil, if you look along the Persian Gulf, you go Bandar Abbas and shoot up along the coast, that's where you have the gas and oil fields. That's where they make their money, all right? It's also very it's also very easy for us to target, if you want to look at it that way. And so that's one area that we may be looking at, certainly taking out their military installations there, anything they have there. That'd be one thing we're doing. And then the other area is up, if you really want to get to the far north, you have one area which is the Kurdish area, and there's already a Kurdish resistance movement, Kurdish separatists that want to carve off that Kurdish area as a separate autonomous region, separate sovereign region potentially from Iran. They're the Peshmerga. Certainly they're rather famous throughout the region, what they've done in Syria, what they did in northern Iraq, and certainly what they're doing in Iran. Very famous for that. And then the other part is you got the Azeris up north, which are right below Azerbaijan, not surprising, it's named after the Azeris. And Azerbaijan has actually expressed interest of maybe militarily going in and forcibly repatriating the Azeri region of Iran as part of Azerbaijan. That has the regime very nervous. And then there's some other groups up in that area which are also not ethnic Persian that might be interested in taking up arms. So you go in there, you hit the Revolutionary Guard Corps positions, you hit the besieged positions, and you try to debilitate those security apparatus pillars, if you will, to keep the Iran afloat, opening up the doors for something else to happen, which would weaken the regime and maybe push us faster to a desired end state.
Final thing, I was reading just before I got up here that an Iranian missile attack killed 4 people in the West Bank, according to medics in the area. What's the likelihood that Iran was actually aiming for the West Bank, Hal?
About 0, would be my guess.
He's about 0.
The problem with Iran is they've been putting cluster bombs, CBUs, into these various missiles. And it depends on which missile you're talking about. Most of them may carry, maybe a dozen CBUs, maybe 20 or 30. There is one missile type they have that can carry up to 80 cluster bomb units. Now, a number of countries around the world see cluster bomb units or cluster bomblets as a violation of international law. There's been an effort across the board to get international agreement to ban cluster bombs, but they work. And the way they work is when the warhead goes in, it splits open and all these little warheads go out, and they can cause a lot of damage over a wide area. And with air defense going after these ballistic missiles, it does cause some challenges. Sometimes if the missile, depending on how it's set up, like a proximity missile or something like that, goes off, yes, it will stop the ballistic missile, but it doesn't necessarily stop it from releasing a number of bomblets may survive that blast and still hit things. So I don't know for sure. I don't know the specifics on the 4 that were killed in terms of the ordnance, the type of explosion that happened. But this has been a problem throughout Israel and the West Bank. It's very possible they intercepted the bomb, the incoming ballistic missile, but the little warheads went out and still caused, in this case, the damage and the death of 4 individuals.
Okay.
The damage and death of 400 individuals, fam. Did you hear that? 400, fam. I mean, you couldn't fathom if that was over here, because we'll be over here trying to figure out if that's your little cousin them. 400 of them. Hit that like button double. Somebody about to get emotional in here, because they coming for you. Trust me, fam. Oh, no, don't do it. It's okay. Don't be emotional. It's okay. Don't nobody, if you gonna cry. Look, if you get emotional, get you some tissue. Hold on to your face. You hear me? Hold on to yourself. Matter of fact, I'm gonna wait. Get you some water. Get you a little tissue right quick, cause you about to see some things that got something to do with your son, or it might have to do with your uncle, your cousin, you. Or matter of fact, it has to do with your young ass, halfway old ass. Yeah, you ever heard a nigga call you halfway old? That's what's finna get deployed. Halfway old people. See, y'all gangsters in the streets, but ain't nobody gangster in Iran. Yeah, let's think about that for a minute, man. The word gangster came up in the hood. It didn't come up in war. So don't be gangster talking about you about that action and you about to go to war. This ain't gangster. No, this ain't a gangster's war. This ain't G's getting into it in the streets, catching a friendly fade, Chris. You get what I'm saying, partner? This ain't none of that. This ain't catching a friendly fade. No, this ain't that either, partner. This is war. Something you don't know nothing about. If me and Chris was at war, we had to go over there, boy, we finna find a little hut. We finna find that hut. Let me get, you got your phone on you? Yeah, let fam know we good right quick. Let hit everybody. Let them know we didn't find, we gonna get this corner right here. We gonna find us a hut. We gonna find us what we need. We gonna get the hammer, Chris, and what we gonna do? We gonna lay on them. That's all we gonna do. We just gonna lay on them. Matter of fact, go get that. Go get that new Dealatofficial, lay on them right now. All systems go, Spotify, Apple Music, everything real quick. Just so you know how they promote the at the bottom of the screen. Just so you know, go get that Dealatofficial right now. All lay on them right now. It's on Spotify for you, Apple Music, and YouTube. And if you will, thank you so much for your contribution. Yes. What? That's what that is. So me and Chris gonna lay on them. You understand what I'm saying? We gonna lay on them. And whoever come walking past us thinking we dead, shit, we gonna rise up and put you down. And what we gonna do? Go right back to posture. Then what I'm gonna do? Look at. No, look at. I'm gonna tap Chris. There you go, Chris, right there. There you go. Here you go. I'm like, there you go. I'm like, here you go, Chris. Here you come, fam. I hear him coming, fam. Well, my eyes caught me like, here you come, fam. I hear you coming, fam. Be ready. Yeah. I'll be like, I can't even say. And then when I put my eyes on him, once he popped my ball, I put the eyes on. Get him like, You better hold your lip. Get back. I will put my eyes. Get him quick. Let it go. And then we're gonna go right back to sleep. And then open that eye. As they close, as they near, do you see them? Do you smell their skin? Let's go. We gotta regroup to lay on them. That's the time we in, fam. We gotta lay on them, fam. We gotta play dead and we gotta lay on them. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, my uncle was talking about he used to lay on niggas in the trash can. I said, nigga, you ain't even a nigga. He said, yeah, I used to lay them in the trash can, boy, 3 hours. Let me think about it. I said, boy, you ain't even you. Who is this? This ain't my uncle. Who is this? I'm like, who is this? Mama, this your people? Because I don't know who this guy. This boy's He from Iran. Who is this? What? This boy laying in a trash can on you. What? Boy said he popped out like, this your trash today, delivery. I said, what? You said Independence Day? What y'all know about Independence Day? Hit that like button if you know about Independence Day. Hit that 1 if you know about Independence Day. Independence Day changed our life, fam. They had to lay on them. They had to bring it out. They was showing them, don't play with us for real. Big back skulls with the white faces. Yeah. And they still, that's real. Shout out to that. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Independence Day, fam. Let's get it.
Let me tell you something. Planes are crashing. Just had a random explosion yesterday in Port Arthur, Texas, out of nowhere. Iran just announced that this war is about to intensify. They sending out trains It's about to get crazy out here. There's a strong possibility that DJT gonna have to start drafting some YNs, them crash shots. Y'all gonna be crazy. They sending your ass to the military. Now I want you to listen to what this dude's saying about the mandatory military draft mandate coming up. Listen to this. Check this out.
If you are 18 to 25, you are cooked. You're going to World War III. If you are 26 to 39, you are still cooked because the age cap's at 39. You're going to World War III. If you have ADHD, you are cooked. You are going to World War III. Woo! If you have diabetes, congratulations, you ain't going to World War III. If you've ever been put in a mental facility, congratulations, you are not going to World War III. If you are in college, I'm sorry, you are cooked. Woo! They actually want you more for the draft. Woo! Because they want to put you in a specialized position. You are going to World War III. Woo! If you have a master's degree, you are cooked. If you drop out of high school, you are safe from World War III. They don't want you. If you are a felon, you are not going to World War III.
Yes!
Best time to
Woo!
Thank you, Lord. I'm sorry, you are cooked. Oh, God. You are still going to World War III. Oh, now, if you're transitioning, you are safe. You are not going to
forgive me. Oh, forgive me. Look, I ain't even like that. Forgive me. Oh, God, Lord. I just think I prayed about this. I prayed about this last week. I ain't lying. I heard it. Oh, God. I heard about it. I was like, before I told y'all, I said, Lord, don't let it be me, Jesus. I said, I'm going to tell y'all later. You hear me? Oh, God. I knew it. I thought it was there. I said, all the bad niggas going early. And they said, we not. Oh, yeah. Woo. Oh, jeez. I can live to think about another day, you know. Breathe for a minute, Chris. Breathe, man. We good. We good. I tell you, they thought bad wasn't gonna pay off. They thought bad wasn't gonna pay off. You hear me? Bad paid off. They tried to say all the bad people was bad, but let me tell you how bad paid off. We ain't gotta go to no war. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a good day to be bad. It's a good day to be bad. Yeah, it's a good day to be bad. It's a good. It's a good day to be bad. Yeah. So clearly, if you're a felon, Big Silk in the building. Big Silk in the building. Listen to me, Silk. Oh yeah, listen, Silk. Listen to me, a love within. Listen, Silk in the building. Silk, no, Silk. We finally saved, player. Yeah, we ain't gotta go. All the felons in the world ain't gotta go nowhere. You understand? So think about it for a second. It's a good day. It's a good day to be bad. Trump a felon? That's why he don't want to go. That's why he over there. He like, let me check off everything I am. He like, let me check off everybody that's with me. Felon, the worst, everybody sad, and that bad PDF. He checked them off too. Them niggas, they need to be the first over there fighting for everybody. You hear me, fam? He need to send everybody on the You a Epstein? You need to go over there right now. If you Epstein, you need to go over there right now. You hear what I say? Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Huh? Feel so bad, because once you lost your mind, they just gonna go that way. Whoever you see that don't look like you, get them. That's sad, man. That's so sad. Yeah, they don't care. And then, come on, think about it. I wasn't really seeing like, the dope fiends of the day ain't like they was back then, so it's different. I seen I put some of that. What's that one drug people running into the wall? What's that drug everybody running to the wall? Put some niggas on Flocker, send them over there and get popping. They ain't gonna wanna mess with us then. They gonna be like, the US got zombies, nigga, don't play with us, nigga. We got troops and zombies, nigga. What? Yeah, cat. We big flop. Don't play with us, bruh. We got flop. we got doping. We got mental power. What? We ready. Gonna turn your life upside down. You better go sit down somewhere. You want some of this USA, boy? Huh? They don't want it. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. We up in here because we cooking.
Only mother's son, I am sorry, you are cooked. You are going to World War III. If you are a woman, you are...
Hold up, let me bring that back. We gonna run this list. We gonna run this, yeah? You had to put that ear on it, didn't you? Yeah, you had to put that ear on it. Let me see it. Cat, where your ear? A little within ear, closer. Where your ear? Yeah, you heard it. If you're a woman. So let's start off from the top. You got to run it down. If you fall in this category, you got to go to war. And if you don't, you home free like me. Ha! Let's go.
At 39, you are still cooked because the age cap's at 39. You going to World War III. If you have ADHD, you are cooked. You are going to World War III. If you have diabetes, congratulations, you ain't going to World War III. If you've ever been put in a mental facility, congratulations, you are not going to World War III. If you are in college, I'm sorry, you are cooked. They actually want you more for the draft because they want to put you in a specialized position. You are going to World War III. If you have a master's degree, you are cooked. If you drop out of high school, you are safe from World War III.
Oh, God.
They don't want you. If you are a felon, you are not going to World War III. Now is the best time to be a felon. If you are LGBTQ, I'm sorry, you are cooked. You are still going to World War III. Now, if you're transitioning, you are safe. You are not going to World War III. If you are your only mother's son, I am sorry. You are cooked. You are going to World War III.
Oh my God! Wait a minute! No, Jesus! No! We gonna hide you. No, we gonna put up. Not my fam ain't going up. No. If you your only son's mother, I'm sorry, you cook. Oh no, we finna hide y'all. I'm sorry, no, ain't coming for you. Ain't coming for you. We about to hide you. She go, I'm disabled, mother. I can't even. That's the smartest. See, you can learn so much. You can learn so much from being here. Fam just said, you a woman, break your leg. Just go and break your leg. Just go and get disabled. Yeah, just a little, just break your own, just break something that can't help. Yeah. Cause they can't do nothing with you if you're broke. Huh? Oh God, I feel so bad. I thought he was playing, but this was real. They want you. You hear me? Listen for your category.
You are a woman. You are only half cooked because men are required to go first, but at any time Congress can change legislation if they need more people. If you have kids, you are going to World War III. But if you're actively pregnant, you are not going to World War III. If you have major depressive disorder or severe anxiety, you got to be able to prove. You got to be documented, or you are cooked.
Oh,
it's
God.
not documented. You going to World War III.
Since all y'all want to be crash, y'all so bad. All y'all be right here running around.
Listen, I'm going to be real.
Listen,
Listen, I'm gonna be real. I gotta run that list back. I'm sorry for y'all. I need to hear that the right way, cause I just want to make sure that my people ain't going down no road like that. I'm trying to. Gotta remove me, and then I got to figure out how we gonna remove y'all. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. If you hear yourself in here, press 1. Don't be scared. Be real, cause we need you to be real. Cause we trying to save your life. Let's go. I'm overweight. I'm safe. So you got to get the heat. You got to get off the plane. You got to gather yourself. Then you got to get on about your way, huh? They're going to say you slow poke. We're going to just post you up. See, fam, you ain't safe. They're going to post you up somewhere and say, just shoot. I feel so bad. Put him in the corner over there. Give him a rifle. Put him in the corner. Give him that Gatling gun. And let him just breathe. Yeah, let's go. Hit that like button. Let's go.
If you are 18 to 25, you are cooked. You're going to World War III. If you are 26 to 39, you are still cooked because the age cap's at 39. You're going to World War III. If you have ADHD, you are cooked. You are going to World War III. If you have diabetes, congratulations, you ain't going to World War III. If you have ever been put in a mental facility, congratulations, you are not going to World War III. If you are in college, I'm sorry, you are cooked. They actually want you more for the draft because they want to put you in a specialized position. You are going to World War III. If you have a master's degree, you are cooked. If you drop out of high school, you are safe from World War III. They don't want you. If you are a felon, you are not going to World War III. Now is the best time to be a felon. If you are LGBTQ, I'm sorry, you are cooked. You are still going to World War III. Now, if you're transitioning, you are safe. You are not going to World War III. If you are your only mother's son, I am sorry, you are cooked. You are going to World War III. If you are a woman, you are only half cooked because men are required to go first, but at any time Congress can change legislation if they need more people. If you have kids, you are going to World War III. But if you're actively pregnant, you are not going to World War III. If you have major depressive disorder or severe anxiety, you got to be able to prove, you got to be documented.
Wow.
You are cooked. If it's not documented, you going to World War III.
Since all y'all want to be crash out so bad, all y'all be right here running around talking about you goddamn crazy in these goddamn streets. Shoot them up. Bang, bang, gang, gang. You love violence. Since y'all claim to be natural born scalpers, go sign up and be all you can be.
Look at it, look at it. Can you handle this? Can you handle this? Look at her. She can't even walk. Arms, hands, look at her hands. Woman hands, look at that. Look at her, she can't even breathe. I ran all on her neck. Get out of here. Get her right there. Look at it. That ain't enough. She beat it with a stick, fam. They pepper sprayed her, then told her fight. Open your eyes. She crying? Oh no, you're not doing that over there. Oh Lord, this what we recruit? This was going to war for us?
Now that's a female. Some of y'all some bitch ass niggas. It makes all your thing out of you can't but you say you're a real live stepper, ain't you?
You a big stepper though.
Step your ass up on that goddamn front line and get some of them goddamn benefits. Go get paid to do that shit. Don't y'all be rolling up the goddamn gas? Ain't it strong? Well, the military got some diesel for your little bad ass. Check this shit out.
You will remove your mask. You will hold it in the air to ensure and to show us that you've removed your mask. You will then place your mask inside your carrier. You will ensure that your mask is inside the carrier and secure. From there, you will reach up. You will grab the person's left shoulder with your left hand in front of you. Once everybody has completed that, you will exit in a good order. Got it?
They finna take their mask off.
Okay, everybody that's facing the door right now, put your hands to your left. Take them out. Let's go. Take it out. Put them into Palmer. Put them inside the carrier. Put them inside the carrier.
Okay, now this is where the funny part over with, fam. You got grown people up here that took their mask off in a gas situation. Now think about this. They took it off and immediately started coughing. They didn't even have time to take it in. So whatever that gas is, it immediately starts to deteriorate your skin a certain way because it makes you feel hot. The point I'm making is none of us are built for that. And if you haven't been trained, they're actually talking about taking you right from your front room right into the war. No training. Oh man, it's diabolical. This ain't normal. This ain't regular. This is sad for real. Shout out. See, took it out of my mouth a little bit. Yeah, it is. Because the difficulty is that no training is there. That's fine, Devil Prices. I appreciate you fighting for us. We're going to salute you on the way. But the point I'm making is that this is really what is going on. People think it's not this. They're training you for every aspect of war. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, learn something. Let's go.
Y'all want that game? That's that goddamn pressure. Don't y'all be out here bragging about running from the goddamn police? Run, forward, run. And how fast y'all live, and he couldn't catch you. Oh, don't let him that couldn't catch you. Well, Trump Army got some shit that you can run from all day for some pay. Check this out.
Geeky in the building. Congratulations, fam. They trying to deploy troops and they want you to.
Stepping on the goddamn ox. Open the goddamn scope. Well, you need to go join Trump's military where the real stepper on go all day. Go fight for your goddamn country and get them goddamn benefit check for life. Even if you pass out and die, you gonna get full if you get disability. Full disability. Get all them goddamn benefit they got up in the military. Since you wanna be shoot 'em up, bang, bang, John Wayne. Instead of carrying your ass out here in these goddamn streets, fighting and shooting and going to prison, go to the military, right? Go put on that goddamn uniform and pick up that goddamn pack and see how hard you can hit that goddamn mud. Go earn a check doing that gangster shit that you like to do legally. Cause real war ain't no NBA YoungBoy rap lyric. Real war ain't an Instagram post with a goddamn blicky talking about you looking for the ops. That ain't about nothing. But the damn show ain't about hanging in no goddamn hood around a bunch of broke, dusted, busted, disgusted, and can't be trusted, wanna be stubborn. That ain't about nothing, man. The army gonna strip you of all that fake gang that you got them be talking about. They gonna take everybody up out your way, man. The army gonna break your body down and build your ass up. They gonna test your heart and see if you really about that life, man. That army gonna expose who really built for this type of pressure. They gonna give you that real. That army gonna separate the real ones from them chatty patty, the people that they be talking to. They gonna expose your ass. So if Trump really start talking WW3 talk, We gonna see if you WWF or you ready for WW3. If he start talking about them drag and calling your ass to the goddamn, we gonna see if you about that life. I pray. He said all them white.
Hey, Chris. Ooh, that was a bar. That boy said, we're going to see if you about that WWF or if you about that WWE. Whichever way, you got to be about that WW3 or something. Like I said, I'm about to touch that. I'm about to rearrange that, fam, because I like what he said about that World War III. I'm like that WWF, WWE, World WW3, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like that, fam. Want to play with it about that's real. Now listen to what this man's saying. You a YN, but you built like that. Since you bought that, go take that anger out on them folk over there. That's what he's saying. But you and I know that you ain't got on no, you ain't built for no gas, man. Ain't no nigga in the hood banging with you about no gas, man. Listen, man, we either gonna boot up or we gonna shoot up. That's it. Ain't no gas up. I'm gonna be real with you. My brother though, this boy terrible. You know how they used to do them, what was them called where they take a bottle of liquor and put a fire thing in there and set the thing on fire? And then throw it at your house, and it blow up. What is it called? My brother owned all that. And I said, nigga, who is you? Cause we ain't come from that. Where you get that from, fam? He like, yeah. He like, yeah. Silk will tell you, hey, that right, Silk. Off the chain. That boy talking about bottling something. He want y'all to be in the house sleep and just woo, kabloo, and then go over and smoke a blunt. What? I'm trying to go in there and get him up out of there. What we doing, fam? I was waiting on y'all. You know we was coming. Let's get it. He like, no, chill out there. We just gonna breathe. Let's go on over and sit down and drink some water. Let's get some skill, get a little water. Okay, let's sit down, breathe, think about it. Give me a minute. 3, 2, 1. That's him. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he like, no, calm down, it's okay. Breathe. Take a moment. Drink a little water, think about God, and then we'll be okay. And for you know it, he talking about, give me a minute, scoot out the way. 3, 2, 1. That's him. See what I'm saying? He doing all that, and then he 3, 2, 1 you until you move to the side. Just move to the right. See a nigga neck fall right in front of you because you talk. Cause he's strategic. The boy is beyond. You feel me? He can plan when your life coming and going. You feel me, fam? Yeah, Bill Nye, the science guy type of brother. You feel me? Yeah. If you know who that is, if you come from my time, then you know who Bill Nye, the science guy is. Am I lying? Press 1 if you know Bill Nye the Science Guy. We're going to get lethal in here. I need to know if you know Bill Nye the Science Guy. Yeah. That's my brother. He don't play with him. Yeah, he strategically dismiss you easily. So just let you know what life is. But let me know Bill Nye the Science Guy. That's my dog. Been knowing him a long time. But let me tell you what's messed up about him, fam. They were paying people of his nature and people of his caliber. Let me say it the right way. They were paying people of his caliber to put false narratives into the world. Bill Nye the Science Guy. And see, we didn't know that. We didn't know this because we were young. We just seen him as, you know, all of these science things, little cool things that he put together. Near and dear to the heart. But as you get older and find out that none of that is that, and that they was just dragging you as propaganda, I feel so bad, fam, because at the end of the day, we hung on to Bill Nye, the Science Guy, as kids. You know, it's so many things we hung on to as kids, and yet you find out, yeah, when you find out it's not genuine, it's not right, it's not for you to live tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? And that just hurt you. It just hurt you. Like CBS Kids, Channel 9, Reading Rainbow. I just took that out your brain. Did I know it? Reading Rainbow. Boy, I could sing that for 8 hours. Yeah. And it's the black dude. I don't even know his name, but you knew who he was. That black dude, yeah. He was the only voice, only face, only voice. Oh man, I almost got emotional because Reading Rainbow, G. Yeah, all that, yes. And now that was all, it's all propaganda. So sad. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. We in here for a read. We trying to save your life. Sugar in the building. Ain't seen you in a long time. How are you? Hope all is well. Hit that like button. You should be a member. I know you is because you just lit up green. We know who you is. Hit it like you know it. Let's go.
Crash out to the army first. Take y'all little bad ass to the military. Sick of seeing your little bad ass on the news talking about you a terrorizer. You won't give me the time. I hope we send y'all ass in there so y'all can see what real violence feel like. Not that shit that you shoot and they don't hit back. Yeah, when the other side actually shoot back. Bust back where it ain't no real sleep. I'm talking about you can't
Mama
see
K in the
me
building.
when
You
I
already
go
know
out
she a
on
member.
the field in that goddamn military. I'm talking about
I'm looking at this film as he's talking, and if y'all just think about it, just look at the film while he's talking right quick. Just look at the film. Look at this woman.
That ain't about nothing.
Look at the woman.
I'm gonna strip you of all that fake gang that you got them be talking about. They gonna take that right up out your way, man. The army gonna break your body down and build your ass up. They gonna test your heart and see if you really about that life, man. That army gonna expose who really built for this type of pressure. They gonna give you that real gang. See, that army gonna separate the real ones from them chatting patties, the people that they be talking to. They gonna expose your ass. So if Trump really start talking WW3 talk, we gonna see if you WWF or you ready for WW3. If he start talking about them drafts.
No, you know what he should have said, Chris?
We gonna see if you.
He should have said, if he talking there WW3, we gonna see if you WWF or is you WWE. Woo! I seen it, fam, coming. Feel me? Either you World War III, but we gonna see is you WWF or is you WWE. I'm writing it down right now. Give me a moment. I'm writing it down. I don't care what nobody say. Smack yourself in the back. You know what WWF is, don't you?
Oh yeah.
And you know what WWE is, don't you? So is you World Wrestling Federation or is you World Wrestling Entertainment? That's what I like that. Is you World War III? Because is you ready for World Wrestling Federation or is you ready for World Wrestling Entertainment, nigga? That's bars. And nobody would do that, but only y'all know I wrote that down because I came up with that. He didn't. I started with this method, but I took it from him, okay? Let's make sure we note that. I don't be copying about none of these niggas. But the way he said it, he didn't say it right. You know what I'm saying, fam? It sounded retarded. You know what I'm saying? It sounded retarded. You feel me? Let me just write that down real quick, because that just moved me some red. That boy said, we're going to see if Trump on World War III, we're going to see if Trump, World War III, World War WW3, or is he WWF or WWE? That's nice. It's funny because at this point, I didn't implement and told y'all my life. You gonna see how that boy get put into a situation when we release it. You hear me? Real quick. I don't know if nobody knows what's going on, but Sugar in the building just said hello to everyone. Very kind, very nice, super sweet. Appreciate you so much for your delivery, but I don't know if y'all know what's going on here for real. They're gonna deploy troops by a certain date. They're gonna send, I don't even think they're gonna send out letters, fam. I think they're actually news-wise. They're gonna send out a census, and the census is gonna let them know who all is in your house. And when they do that, you're gonna have to tell the truth or lie. You can't fill out an application for food stamps and say you claiming 2 or 3, but then when census come, you talking about it's just you and me. You lying. They know you lying. You just filled out for stamps for 3, 4 people, and then your census say it's only 2 people in your house. Boy, you know you done, don't you? You better listen to me. We be trying to save ourselves so bad, and as black people, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna talk about my own folk because I know how we is. We gonna get through it. We ain't gonna get around it. We gonna get through it. And I'm trying to tell you that because in the sense of saying, we have tried to get through so many things that we will forget what we putting down on paper. I'm just saying. We gotta put that out there right now. You can fill out for food stamps and say that you claiming 2, 3, 4, 5, so you get all that money. But then when census claim, you don't want them to know how many people in your house, because now y'all finna get drafted. So my bad. If you told them what you got in there for, and then you said you only got you and who moved out, you better come up with something amazing. Because let me tell you something what they call lying to the government. That PPP loan, I know so many niggas that got buried off that PPP loan. You hear me, boy? Lying. I know folk that got buried. Yeah, Geeky, I'm with you on that, zombie. WWE, WWF the same. I just like how he said WW3. Are you ready? Or you WWF or are you WWE? That was different. So, point I'm making is that, oh man, you just threw me off, Geeky. You got me thinking about what you just said. God. Just took it out my face. Ah! Oh, let me hit the drink. Can't believe you did that. You did it. What was I saying? Lord, give it to me. Oh, here go Cat talking about me again, Lord Jesus. Now I'm getting old, Lord. My memory ain't what it was it? What I was saying was, okay, give me a minute, hold up. Because I felt like that was going to bring me back. Because you know how people be like, okay, so look. And right there, you get it. I just knew I had it. I'm like, okay, there it is. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know what I'm saying? It's just, Cat, you did it! Geeky! Oh, Lord, what was I saying, Jesus? I know my mind was just, it was just so deep in it, Lord. Give it to me, because I was just so there. I knew what I was going to tell y'all, something y'all don't even know. And it's so serious, man, because, okay, there we go. Shout out to you, Cat. I know you is. That PPP loan, I done seen so many people get taken advantage of because they lied. Okay, now, I'm telling you now, watch for the census. See, we in here talking about these topics, but we also in here to make sure that you know what you need to do to survive. So the biggest things about me talking about, thank you so much, Sugar, food stamps, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get right. That PPP loan took advantage of people, but the point I'm making is that if you claim food stamps a certain way, and then your census, thank you so much, is claimed the other way, you're lying. And now you're lying to the government about everything. And now they're gonna come for you for lying more than what you're lying about. Let me say that again. They're gonna come for you for lying, period, than what you're lying about. See, to you, you might be thinking you just lied about food stamps, but they looking at it like you're lying about money. Government assistance. That's another PPP that you lying about. So I'm here to warn you. Watch what you putting on these applications, fam. And now that they're talking about deploying troops from your house, know what you might say. Because if you lie the right way, let me say that again. If you lie the right way, treason will be upon you. And the word treason sits so different, Chris. Because if you in treason, no, listen, bro. Call me a liar. Don't call me nothing got to do with treason. See, the word treason sounds so terrible or so much more worse. You know what I'm saying? Than just saying you lied. Okay, fine. I'll be a liar. But treason? Ain't going to be no treasonous. Let me just create that. Ain't going to be no treasonous. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We need to know. Because at the end of the day, census wants to know who's in your household, who's going this. And now they're going to really want to know. And they're going to want to know because of deployment. Let me say that again. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Listen to me. We're here to inform, understand, and be aware. We don't have to read in between the lines here. They're telling you that they're coming for you and your kids. And if you meet the criteria, you will be recruited. Shout out to Mama K said, when is the next census? If you don't mind looking it up, a little within, it'll be amazing. Thank you so much, because I think that's the biggest thing. I never really knew when census came. I would just see it in the mail, Mama K, and I just really didn't know like a date. You know what I'm saying, fam? Like or just you know what I'm saying? Just something that's saying, Chris, like, hey, okay, around about 3 months, every 6 months, something like that. I would think, huh? You would think it's like every 6 months census.
No, I was looking at what they was asking. They asked for the number of people living there, the home ownership status, and for each person, name, sex, age, date of birth, relationship to person one, Hispanic origin, and race.
Oh, that's a lot.
Right. They want to know everything.
So you never took one, Sugar? Okay, so if census came to your house, it was just you having to fill it out. But you mind saying that again, please, a little within, a little more loud for me? I need these people to take heed. This is what census want.
The census asks, it asks the number of people living there in the home ownership status, and for each person, name, sex, age, date of birth, relationship to person one, Hispanic origin, and race. And the next one is going to be, it's April 2030.
April 1st, 2030. Mama K, shout out to you. She said it too. Yeah. Okay, so they want to know your race. They want to know you're married or not. They want to know how many kids you got, where you come from. They want to know all of you. Date of birth. And the next one is April 1st, 2030. So listen to me. Mama K said there's a census test coming in I guess 2026, but the major one is going on in 2030. Okay, cool. I can barely hear her. Oh, my fault, Jesse. You said you can barely hear her? We're gonna put it in the we're gonna copy and paste and just keep dropping it in there so you'll be able to see it, fam. I appreciate you, Jesse. That's real. Shout out to Love Within, letting us know what we need to understand. Sugar, send your email. Mama K, send your email. Want y'all to tap in like we do, as we do, how we have done before. But send your email so we can move forward going into it, to make sure that y'all can come into the live and everything, into the Zoom and get to meet fam, so we can understand that we need each other in here, because at some point right now, a Love Within is really reading off what census does to you, and they want to know everybody for a reason. Think about it. At this point, ISIS is at your front door, or they're around the corner in your state. So a census is coming to your door, it's asking for your race. Is that right?
Yes.
Your age?
Yes. Your date of birth.
Hold on, date of birth. Marriage.
Yeah, your sex.
Your sex, female, male, or noun in between. Your Hispanic origin. I know geeky's geeky, but let me tell you why I'm talking about it, geeky. I'm talking about it because I'm trying to say, normally they use that for what you're saying. But they're going to start to use it to know how many people are against ICE. And they're also going to use it to know information, to know how many people are of age to be deployed. I believe that. Geeky said all the information they need on you, they get at your birth. Right. But they don't know who is still living and who's gone. Listen to me. See, Geeky come in here talking that. And respectfully, Geeky always been on that. She here to inform and understand and be aware. You hear me? But listen to me, Geeky. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna use it for these situations. Birth don't matter, that's cool. But the fact is, they still don't know if you're here or gone. So that's why census has to come out. She says the census also gives us good idea on immigration because of the questions asked and the way that they ask allows people to feel safe to answer honestly. Right, but now immigration gonna get you sent off because ISIS is there. So now census is not gonna be used. Geeky said if someone is here illegally, we want them to feel safe and secure in doing the census so that we can better track how many undocumented people are in the country. Right, Geeky. But what you said is the recipe for all of them to get locked up. You just said census is there to better track how many undocumented people are here. Let me say that again. You said census is here to track undocumented people. That is what ICE is after. You just gave them what they're gonna do. So shout out to you, Geeky, but I'm just telling you, like, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. They're using this as a method to the madness on how they can continue to use ICE to send people off that's undocumented. Just like at the airport we talked about last night, a little within my dog Chris, we talked about that airport. We was talking about how everybody at the airport, they got ICE up there and now they finna run that bag, run that name, run your life if you in the line. And the only way you gonna get on the plane is you getting on a plane to go to vacation or you getting on a plane undocumented back to your spot where you came from. That's how they doing it. So shout out to you, Geeky, but I do understand. Yeah, they really, see, Geeky, I'm trying to give you the understanding. If the damn airport can have a crash and everybody is stuck at the airport looking for being able to have transportation to get out of there so they can get home. Trump said he is taking ICE to the airport so they can start documenting who is undocumented so he can send them where he been wanting them to go. Are you hearing what's going on here? He is using a plane crash to send people that's undocumented home. So how do you think he's not going to use census to know how many people is housing them? See, this is one of the moments, Geeky. I appreciate you because you being the best out of me when I got to really explain this for somebody in the back that's still rolling up and ain't paying attention. We talk about what they're going to do. We're not talking about what they're doing. Somebody just woke up. I know I just woke somebody up. I said we talk about what they're going to do, not what they're doing. And the biggest thing about that is, see, when we agree to disagree, that's the way to get out. Oh, no, that's the thing, Geeky. You keep saying, damn, we know. See, you and I know. You know how many people on the earth that don't know? See, that's why we talk like we talk. Mama K, let's get right. You said that email, they hating on the email. We finna get that together. I got you. Give me one moment. Geeky, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to get you to understand. It's not the fact that you said we know they're gonna do, the plan is to take over. No, see, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think everything they say is a real thing. And we're here to tell them it's not. We will not allow this to be okay. They're gonna go after census and we're gonna sit and wait because we know what they're gonna do. So when they go after census, we're gonna know what to put in the paperwork so they don't say we housing immigrants or we housing undocumented people or we housing those people that we didn't put on the application.
Because think about it, Geeky. You really want your son or daughter to go to war? I'll wait. Because the way you was talking, like you want your people to go to war. See, the way we talking is, when the census come, you might not want to put in there everybody in your house. Because if they of a certain age, they got to go be deployed. Thank you so much, Geeky. That's why I appreciate what you're saying. That's why we're here to educate. Right, I like how she spent that so well. That's the good part, because we're here to educate, and that's how we're doing it. But I want you to understand, we gonna read in between the lines. We not gonna wait till the bomb drop and blow up. We gonna find out when the bomb coming and where it's blowing up and where it's being set at, so we can know which other way to go. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. I truly appreciate you. Why? Because we cook it!
He sent all them YN crash out to the army first. Take y'all little bad ass to the military. Sick of seeing your little bad ass on the news talking about you a terrorizer. You on demon time. I hope he send y'all ass in there so y'all can see what real violence feel like. Not that shit that you shoot and they don't hit back. Yeah, when the other side actually shoot back, bust back, where it ain't no real sleep. I'm talking about you can't sleep. You sleep with one eye open, one eye closed for real in that goddamn military. I'm talking about where all that fake street credibility that y'all be out here. Oh, that wasn't. Well, that shit don't mean nothing in no Iran. They don't care who you is. What? I ain't a doubt in my mind that we going to WW3 before the end of DJT. Turn. I'm telling you right now, he gonna go, he going out, he ready to go. I'm telling you right now, he ain't trying to get up out that seat, because his ass might go to jail. Think about what I'm saying. So all y'all little WNBA young boys better be ready. I'm talking about we ready. You better be ready, because it's going down. Y'all comment below. If you ever been to the military and experienced any of this kind of training, comment below your experience. If you got a little young blood, a little young kid in your house right now, somebody you raising and think he'll crash out, think he ready to go to prison, make him sit down and watch this video, because this shit here really like that. Man, them people don't play in that goddamn military. It's a reason why military folk be really on edge and goddamn discipline is ill. Because them people don't play, boy. Your ass gotta be on the go. You see what's going on in this video. Make sure you share this with somebody. Tag somebody in the comments. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you subscribe. We the business.
Hold on, jeez. Geeky said, I don't believe in the draft. What? Listen to me. You ain't got to believe in it. It believe in itself. You ain't got to believe in the draft. It's a real thing.
It's a beautiful day to do these reactions, man. Light it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the
You understand what I'm saying? Listen to me. It ain't no thing about doing the draft. The problem is that we know
Donald Trump and his regime are stunned as one of Iran's top leaders is calling out Donald Trump's market manipulation during the war. Iran's head of parliament, MB Ghalibaf, just posted the following message publicly. We are aware of what is happening in the paper oil market, including the firms hired to influence oil futures. We also see the broader jawboning campaign, but let's see if they can turn that into actual fuel at the pump, or maybe even print gas molecules. And that is directed at the manipulation of the oil futures markets, as Donald Trump and his regime are doing everything in their power to keep the oil markets lower, as we expect to see $150 per barrel, or perhaps $200 per barrel. And also it seems that there have been a lot of insiders profiteering off of insider trading and market manipulation. You know, it should be noted that that guy who I just shared with you his post, MB Ghalibaf, the head of Iran's parliament, is someone who Donald Trump and his regime yesterday was saying he's a hot option. He's a hot one, they say about GB Ghalibaf, and they claim that he's the guy who they want to lead Iran in the future. and he is supposedly having communications with the Trump regime, although he's like, I'm not talking to them at all. They're just making this up. They're lying. They're manipulating the markets. You just heard what he said there. If we look at what's happening on the ground, though.
What the level is? Hello, with Dan, is she back or not? What's going on? Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Let me look. Make sure she back in like we never left.
Yeah, she's back.
She back like she never left. Is that what they on now? What's going on?
So, hey, no.
See what I'm saying, fam? When you start talking in real life government, then they heard her trying to let me know. They like, we gotta shut her down too, cause she informing, understanding, and being the word. I'm trying to tell you, nigga, they coming for us now. Woo! That, you ain't nothing even happened. That fam just pulled up and kicked them out. Just like pulled up and boom, you moved it.
She's talking that stuff. We don't do.
Talking that yeah, and just trying to move. But they gonna know who I am. I can't believe, fam. They gonna know who I am, but I knew you were gonna say that. They're like, this your channel, your name out there, ain't no ducking down. I know that light-skinned guy with them tattoos, but who is that other voice? They trying to inform them. Let's break them down right now. Let's track it and shut it down. I can't believe it. Woo, man. And see, and Chris over there cooking, so they ain't tripping off him, because they're like, yeah, he's just working. Nobody cares. Yeah, they like, they ain't tripping on, let's get rid of the two, not the one. We're going to leave him, but get rid of them. This is what's happening right now. They trying to shut us down because we over here inform and understand, be aware. He got that damn chromas. We ain't going to let it live. Get some of that popcorn first and then get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Lord. Yeah, y'all over there, internet. Yeah, let's tell it like it is. Let's go. Yeah. They like, we ain't gonna let it. Shut him down now. He with chromas. That's it. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. We in here cooking for real. This is a real thing. Hey, Mama K, let me know now so we get right. I got you. 2 seconds.
We're seeing that the 82nd Airborne Division and their elite paratrooper group is deploying to the Middle East, where there is expected to be a U.S. ground invasion of the Karg Islands and the coast of Iran that may indeed be imminent. And this disastrous war continues to spiral out of control and has massive economic impacts on the people here. And one of the things that we're learning is that the costs of this war, both in terms of human beings who have been injured seriously in this war, have been understated, and the economic cost of this war, we've basically been lied to. And the numbers already outrageously high, and we know that now Donald Trump and the MAGAs want $200 billion more in supplemental funding. But that number, I think, is even masking what's already been spent. And when that number comes out, I think people are going to be shocked. We're hearing that it is beyond the pale. But I want to remind everybody, when we were heading into this year, you had Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent very recently talking about 2026 as being a banquet. That's how he described it. I mean, we know Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, before becoming the Treasury Secretary, lived in a replica of Barbie's Malibu mansion in Charleston, South Carolina. I mean, he's basically, a billionaire, right-wing oligarch, and he's not attached to the day-to-day struggles of people who can't afford things. But he acted like 2025 was great. It set the stage. 2026, the banquet, the party, the ballroom, the caviar. Here, play this clip.
I think, as I've said many times, 2025 is about setting the table. 2026 is going to be a banquet for the American people. The economy is taking off. We saw 40,000 new construction jobs. Everyone says to me, oh, where are these factory jobs that you planned? And unlike what you and I see in the financial markets, you can't push a button and build a factory. There's lead time, but what we're seeing is big commitments to these factories are going to be built. First, we'll get the construction jobs.
Commitments. It's coming. It's right around the corner. Just wait. 2026, 2027. You'll see. It'll be great for you. This is what he said also. October 2025. Just wait. 2026, 2027. That's your year. 2025. That's the oligarchs. But it's coming for you. You're playing this clip.
Things look pretty good at home, huh? Larry, things look great, and they're good now. I think 2026, 2027 are going to be great years because, as you know, part of what's happening with the tax bill is the president's campaign promises, which he kept on no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, and deductibility of auto loans for American cars. On the first three, working Americans have kept their withholding the same. And you might recall, I'm also the IRS commissioner, so I can see what's going on at the IRS. And I can tell you that in the first quarter of the year, we are going to see substantial tax refunds for working Americans.
The working Americans are the ones who are succeeding right now under the Trump regime. And he's the IRS commissioner, and he holds every job as well. So he sees it all, everybody. Just remind you that this past week, when Donald Trump lied and claimed he made a deal with Iran to resolve the war, and it turned out, again, like everything he says is false. Traders placed roughly $580 million.
November 14th.
Just 15 minutes before Trump posted about the fake peace deal. The positions around 6,200 futures contracts were executed moments before the announcement and aligned with a sharp move lower in oil prices that followed. The trades are estimated to have generated over $100 million of profits within 20 minutes. In the same time, in one move, $1.5 billion in S&P 500 futures were bought, while 192 million, which we just talked about, of futures were sold, 4 to 6 times larger than anything else seen at this time. The traders made unusually large gains. That's what's going on in the Trump world. I want to bring in right now the Brooklyn Borough President, Antonio Reynoso. And Antonio is running for Congress. He's running in the 7th Congressional District in New York, a seat vacated by Nidia Velazquez, and picking up momentum in your race, talking about things like affordability, calling out these insider traders, calling out these right-wing oligarchs. I'll also note at the outset, you've got the endorsement of New York Attorney.
And the struggle of real American people here on the ground, is tenable. We feel it every single day. And to have him talk about how great things are going, how he continues to delay the progress of the American people. I think it was like 2025 is going to be good, 26 is going to be good, 27 is going to be good. We hope that eventually it gets to being good, but we don't see it. And I just think it's a disconnect. But I think it's lies. I think that what you're hearing from the set is exactly what they want to tell us. I think they see what's really happening and lie to us. And I want to say, but the Democrats don't seem to see what's happening and reacting in an appropriate way. So I do want to say the fight that we have in New York 7 is not only holding the Republicans and Trump accountable, it's always also making sure that the Democrats finally show up to this fight in a meaningful way.
Right, that's why I've always said this network is actually not political. And it's funny, my wife is like, yeah, you're political, it's a political media company. I said, no, it really isn't. Like, to me, what fascinates me and what I care about and what energizes me are the values and principles. And you can give that whatever label you want to call me. You want to call me far left, you want to call me, I truly don't care. It's who are we fighting for? Are we fighting for the working families and working people and the people who you interact with in Brooklyn on a day-to-day basis? Or are you fighting for the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessents out there who are Ponzi scheming and doing these insider trading deals while your constituents in Brooklyn and potentially the constituents you'll represent if you win in the 7th are struggling on a day-to-day to afford eggs, to fill up their car with gas? That's what's at stake here, right?
Yeah, it is, and it's incredible. But I do want to say that this time is going well for many people at the top 1%, right? Like that's something that I think really gets lost by the American people, especially folks that are MAGA-like or centric. It's just that Scott is doing very well, and his friends are doing very well. It's the rest of us that are struggling, and there are systems in place to assist and ensure that he continues to do well and that we continue to struggle. And you would think that the party, that's why I know that you say it's not political, but it's just the Democratic Party, could be the party of bringing attention to this disorder and this ridiculous polarization that's happening, not in politics, but in money. It's a money fight, it's a class fight, it's a class warfare. And they continue to show it to us right in front of our face. They're not even denying it at this point. And we seem to be blind to it. But we got systems and things that we could be doing in Congress to really hold folks accountable.
Yeah, that sounds good, but ain't nobody tripping on that. Check this out, though. Shoot, cause somebody retarded. They must think we don't see what's going on. Okay, here we go. It's underway.
To follow breaking news out of Washington, D.C.
This just happened right now.
Deploying hundreds of troops from Fort Bragg to the Middle East as the conflict with Iran drags on.
WXI 12's Bethany Cates joins us from the North Carolina military base with a look ahead. Bethany.
More than 1,000 troops from Fort Bragg's 82nd Airborne Division will soon be headed to the Middle East after President Donald Trump approved the order. We spoke with a retired 82nd Airborne Division soldier who says he knows the emotions that are circulating throughout the base right now.
It's hard. All I can say is it's really hard.
After almost a month of constant conflict between the U.S. and Iran, President Donald Trump is deploying more U.S. troops to the Middle East, and that includes soldiers from right here with the 82nd Airborne Division at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. These soldiers are trained to parachute into hostile territory, and according to reports, the deployment was approved Monday night and is expected to include command staff and some ground forces.
Being in the 82nd Division is a fast pace pretty much. Within like 48 hours, you're pretty much out of there.
Marquise Johnson is a retired 82nd Airborne Division soldier and says deployments are something that comes with the territory, but it's always an unexpected call.
For people that's in, they know it is really fast paced. Like you can get the word like, hey, we're finna get ready to deploy. It could be on standby. You can find out, oh well, we're leaving tomorrow. We're leaving in 2 days.
He says this time the call for his family hits a little bit harder.
We see everything, all this stuff is on TV, and then your partner tells you like, hey, I'm part of that too. I gotta get ready to go. You like, I want you to go, but you know, if you're a part of this military life, then you already know what to expect.
Johnson says his message to families like this is simple.
Hold on to your loved ones as close as you can. Say you love them and stuff like that, because you never know what can happen. They may come home, they may not.
Now, this order does not include the full brigade, which includes over 3,000 troops. Coming to you from Fort Bragg, I'm Bethany Cates for WXII 12 News.
Welcome back to Special Report. Let's take a closer look at the threat Iran's military poses to countries in the region and beyond. Since the conflict began, the regime in Tehran has launched repeated retaliatory strikes. This map shows the U.S.-Israeli strikes in Iran, these yellow dots here, and then a retaliatory Iranian action against the Gulf countries of Oman, UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait. These are the red squares. Now, energy infrastructure is in the crosshairs, with Iran targeting key Gulf sites, such as this attack on an oil refinery in Kuwait last week. And there are rising concerns about Iran's military capabilities outside of the Middle East. Now, Friday, Iran fired 2 missiles at the island of Diego Garcia, down here, a joint U.S. military and British military base in the Indian Ocean. It lies about 2,500 miles away from Iranian territory. Neither missile hit. The attack was Iran's first operational use of intermediate range ballistic missiles. The ability to fire them could threaten European cities such as Paris or London. Just over 2 weeks ago, Iran's foreign minister claimed his country had intentionally limited the range of its missiles below that distance.
We have capability to produce missiles, but we have intentionally limited ourselves to below 2,000 kilometers of range because we don't want to be felt as a threat by anybody else in the world.
Now, one of President Trump's stated goals of Operation Epic Fury is to destroy Iran's ballistic missile arsenal and production capability. As the president's Friday deadline to reopen the Strait of Hormuz approaches, thousands of U.S. Marines are expected to arrive in the Middle East that same day. You can see all of the U.S. assets, military assets, already in the region. As we reported earlier, the commander of the 82nd Airborne Division has been ordered to deploy to the Middle East for possible land operations. And there is speculation that the U.S. could or would use ground forces for missions inside Iran, or possibly to take Karg Island right here. Now, Karg Island is a 5-mile strip of land in the Persian Gulf. It holds Iran's most important oil facility, an export terminal that handles 90% of the country's crude. As Iran continues to export oil and fund its military, the Trump administration is reportedly considering an operation to seize that island. Such a move would carry risks for American forces. If they had to travel through the Strait of Hormuz, they would well be within range of Iranian missiles and drones. Another point of contention in the strait is Abu Musa and the Greater Tomb and Lesser Tomb. These are islands, the islands controlled by Iran, but claimed by the UAE, the Emirates. They've long been a source of dispute between the two countries. They straddle, as you can see here, the mouth of the Strait of Hormuz, offering significant strategic value near the world's most critical energy choke point.
So I just wanted you to see the level of how he was explaining what everybody has a position in. Because at the end of the day, he's telling you, yo, this what they've been doing, this where they at, and this how they come.
News out of what?
Now, for those that's not scared or don't get it, check this out. And don't be scared, G, because you might have to do this yourself. Woo! Watch this. Oh yeah, look at him. He putting on makeup. Look at him. Oh, y'all want to know what it's like? Check it out. Don't be scared. Yeah, that's right there, 762 right there. That's SK. Look at them right there. Can't nobody even swim in the water. You can't, but you ready to kill everything, but you can't even get on a boat. You're gonna be seasick before you even pull up at the wall. Look at them. It's on their mind. Oh yeah, look at it, pay attention, because you about to see what the level is. Can you handle this? Ruth in the building, you already know what it is, Ruth. Yeah, this is a real video. They talking about deploying troops, and we showing you what it look like when they deploy. Shout out to Ruth in the building. Always thinking about Ruth. Appreciate you so much, Ruth. Hoping all is well and be praying for you and your son. That's real. We wanted to show the world what it looked like. This is what it looked like when you recruited. This is what it looked like when they trying to put you under. This is what it looked like with training. This is what it looked like when you're deployed. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. You learning something right now. We cooking! Look at that. When you get off that 8-hour boat, look at that car. Look at that whip. Look at that. They don't want nobody to know. So they gonna let everybody off on this side of the island. Keep looking, keep watching. It's real. Look at this. This for women too. If you are recruited, this is you. You're gonna get off that boat, you're gonna be on one of them trucks, or you're gonna be riding. Cynthia in the building, hit that like button, double tap that screen. Cynthia, become a subscriber today. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss an episode, and share this with the world right now. Oh, you can't handle that. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. Don't be scared, don't be scared. Yeah, I see how you come. Yeah, that's what we in the 4x4. Yeah, you know it. We ain't going through it, fam. Let me tell you about it. We ain't gonna go through it. We will not. Let me tell you something, boy. You better go learn something. Hit that record, right? You better get in that 4x4. Fuck a 6x6. I'ma lay this a lip with it. Yeah. You better hold on to it right now. Go get it right now. Dealatofficial, lay on them. You better learn something, fam. Because these records I'm dropping right now, it's about World War III. Every man for themselves. You hear me? Yeah. So if you ain't learning, you ain't hearing, boy. It's a reason why he said what he said.
I'm in a 4x4, F a 6x6. I'm a lady that's a lit, what is hidden for? Man for themselves, that's a G code. One shot, game over, that's a free throw. Got a one shot, game over, that's a free throw? Gotta hit them where it hurt, that's the motto? See, where I come from, we got to hit them where it hurt. We can't just hit them. We just can't. No, we gotta, And then I came up with the, that's the hurdle. You don't come back from that, fam. That's like Gatling gun. You hear me, Chris? That's like Gatling gun. Gut shot. You hear me? Gatling gun, gut shot, fam. I used to tell niggas, that's what we doing? Tell a nigga pull up on me right now. You hear me? I'm finna give him some of this. I used to tell people that elementary, middle school, middle school, I was, did what you want, fam? It did what you want. I used to warn them. I gotta warn them, fam. Did what you want with me? Because they think light-skinned people weak. See, you know light-skinned, they think we light, we weak, we butter. Like we ain't been through nothing rough. We just pretty boys. Boy, I used to, what? I used to be like, boy, I'd take a pencil right now and just run it down my face. Boy, I got scars in the world. Don't play with me, boy. Talking about I'm light-skinned. No, I got scars, boy. We bought that action over here. We just look good killing it. Don't play with us. What? Boy, eat your eyeball alive right now. Just take your eyeball out your face. Don't play with me, boy. Trying to tell about light-skinned people ain't who they is. Demi Hill in the building. What's going on, fam? Shout out to you in the building. Send that email. I know my dog in here. Listen to me. Just because we light-skinned don't mean we soft. Just because you white don't mean you light. You know what I'm saying? Because they try to make it look like we ain't who we is. Just because we what we coming on. Don't know what we did, what we don't know what we did, what we doing. Don't know what we've been through. Okay? So I'm gonna tell you again, just because you light don't mean you soft. Huh? They used to think we was medicated cotton. No, we ain't medicated cotton. You understand? Jen says, show us right. You better tell you, show you right. You hear me? I gotta stand up for us. Because they think we too light, we too bright, we walk light, we ain't nothing. Boy, we some of the strongest in here. You hear me? Hit that like button. Huh? Say it, Creed. Fam says, stop surrendering your rights. Who is Miles P? See, this was one of them moments I thought you was gonna support what we saying, but I think you being ignorant. This is not a time to be ignorant. Either you or your son or your daughter or your wife gonna be deployed. Shout out to Jen says we come out in many beautiful shades. Some of us don't, because I'm gonna tell you something. 50 Shades of Grey. Oh, what you think that did to you? Huh? Which one of shades are you in? Huh? Is you one of the 50? Can you handle the combat? So let's recap. 1,000 to 2,000 troops are to be deployed to Iran. And I just showed you the footage as you are looking at now, as it is happening right now. Geeky said your freedom of speech was so that you could speak out against your government. But see, in that 4x4, it tell you, fuck freedom of speech if you can't speak free. It's the end of the world for you boys and you girls with your lunch money. Here come Debo, where the real niggas at, where the heroes. Don't keep talking to me about how I'm coming. Talking about freedom of speech. What is freedom of speech if you can't speak free? Talking about. Go get Dilla T, lay on them right now so you can learn something, fam. See, I ain't just talking that talk, Chris. We got to walk that walk when we tell folk what it is. You hear me? I said F freedom of speech if you can't speak free. It's the end of the world. For the boys and the girls. That mean the men and the women got to step in. You feel me? Yeah, it's a reason why we coming like we is. Be looking for man for theyself. Understand that. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. We here to save your life. We cooking. We cooking. Keep looking. Cause now they in the forest. Now they in the woods. They got off the boat. You see how they got off the boat? Look at this. Look at this. They show. Listen to me. This how you know Trump got to do with this a little within. Hear me right? You good? You breathing? All is well. Got to make sure you get a little water. Arms up, breathe. Yes, yes. Thank you. So trip off this, Chris. You see how they got footage of this? And then they turn around and say they need us? Oh, they giving out videos of recruiting videos to let you know this what you gonna be doing. Woo, Trump diabolical, boy. Why is there a camera? There ain't never been a camera following this man like he on Twitch. What? Like he Casanet. They got the camera on the man like that's Casanet in them. What? So you got Drewski and Casanet and the camera on them right there. It war, and they telling you what they finna do. You better hear me right now. That's just like, that's how you know this Trump. Let me tell you again how you know this Trump, Chris. He recorded the whole ICE movement at the border. He had cameras for ICE the whole time and still do. Probably. But I'm telling you, the moment he was going to people's doorsteps, he had a cameraman with him. He was at the border. He had the cameraman. Everything was live and in color. You understand what I'm saying? So the biggest thing I'm trying to get you to understand, fam, is that at the end of the day, this is all Trump. This is nothing that makes sense or make it seem like it makes sense. This is Trump at his finest, letting you know we put ICE on there, we put ICE on blast at the border, and we're gonna reinitiate ICE again. Oh man, this is diabolical. This is how you know this is Trump for sure. He got the damn cameraman following the people he just deployed for war. Let's go. Look at that, Chris. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it, man. Look at it. Look at it. Right. Look at him. Look at it. What'd you say, fam? Say it again, Chris.
I said he was showing all the moves and everything.
Bro, you listen to me. Unless you got recruited and went over there, you never knew like what it looked like. We never knew what it looked like unless you was drafted and recruited and deployed. You never knew what war looked like over there. So that's how I know we in a different age, because they know YouTube, content creating, that this is a part of life now. So as long as they have a camera showing what's going on, it gives you an ideal of what you will be facing if you're deployed or recruited. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Let me say that again. I'm about to say that for 130 seconds. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. I know we can get. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, fam. Y'all try to bend up in there like y'all just boot. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Your breath's better than you right now. Think about it. Thank God for that. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Your kids here. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Your feet don't stink. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. You got to work today. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. You still living, fam. Don't hit that like button or tap that screen if you got to go over there and be deployed. I feel so bad for you, because it's hard to support you. If you got to go over there, it's going to be hard to support you. So we trying to keep you from going. This is real. We really do not want you to go over there, because if you go over there, you might not come back, fam. Let's be real. Oh, man.
This is diabolical, y'all. Because I didn't really realize if one of us is really called out of here, we might not see y'all again. Oh, shit. If you're listening to what I'm saying, press 1, please, because I feel like somebody cooking, creaming, smoking, breathing, drinking, laying, sleep, doing something. Press 1 if you hear me, fam. Because it just always seems like y'all got a lot going on. But what's the focus? I really want you to understand. I said press 1 if you hear me. Somebody typing some shit. I said press 1. That means you ain't hearing me. Why you here if you ain't hearing me but want to be heard? That's bad. Don't come in my house and you don't hear me but you want to be heard. There's several exits. You will pick one. Press 1 if you hear my voice, not yours. Press 1 if you hear me. I'll wait. I feel like there's some goofy motherfuckers in here right now. Some ain't right. Press 1 if you hear my voice, not yours, me. Because for some reason, if you knew what to do, then we would be listening to you. Let me say that again. If you knew what to do, we'll be listening to you. And you know how many people know what to do, but they scared to speak up? You should thank God for no filters. Oh no, we not good, fam. If I was good, it'd be a different tone. Oh no, I ain't good, Demi Hill. I ain't good at all. They talking about you going to war, bro. You 50? You 50? Or you 43? Because if you 50, you're not gonna see war. If you 43, you're not gonna see war either. So when you asking me, am I good? No, I'm not good, fam. We at war, nigga. It's World War III. This ain't good. What you talking about? Ain't nothing good about none of this. And now I just heard that they want to recruit or deploy 2,200 people. Young men and women. It's all good, partner. I just want you to understand. Oh no, ain't nothing good today. Because they want to get rid of your kids and mine. Oh, matter of fact, they want to get rid of you and me. If we of age to be deployed, they want you to sign up right now. Nothing's good about that. And even if the stuff we take for granted and how we at work, at the crib, chilling, we just at peace right now. Why? Because ain't nobody busting at us. Ain't nobody really causing problems. Ain't nobody really doing nothing to make you wake up. But I'm here to tell you, I don't give a fuck about none of that. You better go, let me tell you something about homework. You need to go tell somebody that they want your son or your daughter. And they possibly want you. You need to go tell somebody that when you wake up tomorrow. Because you know how many people that don't know this? You know how many people avoiding the news? You know how many people just avoid learning what's going on? You need to go tell somebody that they want to recruit you and your kids for war. And that they will be doing that by next month. Oh man, I just said by next month. You think about that, you hugging your son, your daughter, and then all of a sudden they got to go to the USA military next month? They here playing basketball, they here living their life, they here doing everything in the world. And all of a sudden they get a letter in the mail that they gotta go serve the USA. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? How are you gonna feel? What? I'll wait. Because the person that tell me something that's really real, I'ma free enter you into the raffle immediately. I'ma just free entry you, fam, for the hoodie right now. I ain't playing. Because it's funny that you gotta make this make sense. You really think that if you go over there, if God don't keep you, you gonna survive? Nigga, you wasn't taught how to wear a gas mask. You don't even know what to do when the bombs go off. What? How you talking about running through the field and you about to put 2 and 2 somebody? Matter of fact, you ain't never put a nigga down. You don't even know what it's like. You can't fathom a nigga eyes rolling in the back of his head. But you the toughest person walking the streets. You the toughest human trying to get active. You the only one acting like you the one about your family. Boy, you better go shut up and sit down for a second because you don't know what it's like. I would learn you. See, I don't use the word teach. I want you to learn. I would learn you to shoot at a rabbit, squirrel, you know, just some of love just moving like nothing. Watch the breath go away and then watch the pulse simmer down and then just watch life leave. That will prepare you for a human. Well, my uncle told me that. I ain't believe it, but when I actually did it, I could see it. You can feel it. You can grasp it. Some of you all don't even know what that is because you never done it. So when you take life, it don't even matter what life is. When you take life, it will move you. Some of y'all can squish a bug. Some of y'all can squish a bug. Shout out to a Love Within with the $5 donation in the super chat. Boom! Don't play with us tonight, boy. We ain't playing with nobody. You know what's real is love. Big dog shit. You understand? But let me tell you something right now. Y'all can squish a bug. Y'all can squish a bug. Y'all can stand on a peasant. But you can't take life from a squirrel. You funny. You can't take a life from a squirrel, but you'll crush a bug quicker than that. Boy, go sit down somewhere. They want to send you over there to shut down people's life. And you gotta watch. You think, bro, how you gonna get deployed? How your kids getting deployed to that? And they've been watching Reading Rainbow. What? And now we over here talking about you finna go step into a grown man's shoes. You finna put life down and walk away, and that ain't gonna be on your mind? You ain't built for that. But they want that. Bro, I'm telling you, this world about to get, we already retarded, but it's about to get so outrageous because they finna put people in there that don't even know what they're doing. They're gonna lose their mind. They're gonna take life, lose their mind, and then all of a sudden lose their own life. You understand what I'm saying? Even if don't nobody shoot them, they're gonna lose it on their own. Because they never walked lightly or never trained for that. There's nothing to train to take life. There's no way to train to take life. If you've never been in something that make you say somebody else gotta go, then you are not built to just take life. Taking life you gotta live with. Taking life comes back to tell you that you took their life. If you ain't never had a reason more than your kids to live on this earth, then you wouldn't know about taking life. So I suggest you stay away from the gangster talk. I suggest you stay away from the military as well. Go dig and go dive in a hole. Go sleep in it until this is over with. Because I pray none of you experience what it is for life to be taken by the hands of yourself. Because you will never You will never let that go. The only reason you can possibly get past it is because you had to survive. You understand me? There's the only way you get past life having to be taken, because you had to survive. You had to survive. You had to be here. You mattered more than them. So I pray and wish nobody ever experienced these type of experiences. I pray and wish nobody is recruited. I pray and wish with all my soul that all of you have peace for the days to come. You hear me? Because no man knoweth the hour, nor the day when he returns. And no man at this point knows the hour or the day when you are recruited for your service. And I never thought, Chris, we'll be talking like this, boy. I told my people the other day, I said, boy, I know we was going to be long and gone before they started talking about Christ coming back, devil's doing something, Antichrist is walking earth, and we trying to figure out what side we on for RFID chips. Nigga, please. I never in my right mind thought we'll be here talking like this, and we are here talking like this. But you know the difference? We ain't talking like, oh my God, what we gonna do, where we gonna go, where we running to. That's because they have implemented so many distractions that we have become comfortable in these distractions. Think about when they start making apps. They wanted everybody to be able to stay distracted when you leave home. That was the point of the app. You thought it was for convenience. No. It's to keep you distracted from home, going where you're going and back home. Stay right there in that app. I don't care if it's YouTube. I don't care if it's no filters. Nigga, they want you in no filters when you wake till you sleep. It's access. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. You learning something right now. We wrapping up. Because I'm going to tell you something. Ain't nothing else to be seen. You've seen it all. They want to recruit women. They want to recruit men. They want to recruit your sons and your daughters. And they coming for you and me now. Not tomorrow. Not next year. They coming now. And Lord, I did not expect this. So I'm telling you right now, hit that like button, double tap that screen, become a member, join now. We're here to learn you something, teach you, and save you. Because the things that need to be said, people ain't saying. Things you need to hear, people ain't hearing. And the shit we talking, people ain't talking. I pray that you stand for something. Because if you don't, you will fall for anything. Let me say that again for the nigga rolling up in the back. I pray y'all stand for something. Because if not, you will fall for anything. And let's pray and hope that you're not deployed to Iran for World War III. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, family. As always, you know what it is. We in here each and every Monday through Friday. You see what's up now. We project it up, fam. We ain't going to do this no way but right now. As always, fam, Monday through Friday, I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all pulling up, man. It's a blessing to know that you all are still in the land of the living. You understand me? Let me say that again. It's a blessing to know that we are still in the land of the living. It's more than what we think it is today. I truly appreciate and I'm grateful for each and every one of you all pulling up, making sure you understand that we read in between the lines. We read the headline, then we read in between the line because we're here to inform, understand, and be aware that if it walk like a, talk like a, we know what it is. And me and Chris, and a little within coming for them ducks that's quacking. You hear me? As always, family, I truly appreciate you understanding that you hit that like button, double tap that screen. Making sure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss an episode and share this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, get comfortable. Make sure you get you something to eat.
something to drink, and something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the title, fam. It ain't never changing. You in here with your boy Dilla T, my family, my members. It's so funny, Geeky, because you right in the middle of my ending, but you be saying the most. You in here with my G's, my family, and my members. And this is No Filters, fam. Always, family, be safe. Always keep your head up. Always have an ear open to what's going on today. Lock your doors. Be safe. And God bless.